Victor from Cyborg for Life, and I want to welcome you to episode 110 of Limb Lengthening Live, where the patients interview the guests. And today we're doing another roundtable open mic, so it is free for everybody to join. There is a link in the description if you want to join, and it's also in the Discord. And I'll probably pop it in the chat in a few minutes here. But today we actually have a fan favorite joining us. We have the Real Deal, Real from Canada. What's up, Real?
Yes, I'm doing good, doing good. I uh I saw that your email come in earlier. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna pop in and go check this out again today. I was on the phone earlier with a young lady that is thinking of getting the surgery in Montreal, and I was telling her, because it's always the unknown, right? Like even for me, it was always the unknown of how much you can push these things and stuff.
Mhm.
So and people are scared to break a nail and then with the new max nails because it still says 60 pounds and all that. I was like, I told like I tell people, I said, you know what I did with those nails you will probably never do with your two legs. Like I've put these nails through hell. And I sent you a photo of me in a trench, and if you post that, look in the back and my crutches are in the trench behind me, and I'm changing the sewage pipes, like main 100 feet of sewage pipe, like 3 feet in the mud, and you see my crutches are in there, and so I was like young lady, you will never break a nail, believe me, by bending over to pick up your socks. Like
Yeah, you guys can see this guy in here. And when was this picture taken?
I was doing leg lengthening still, like I was still in the lengthening phase.
Okay, God. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he was pushing his nails for sure, guys. But like as you can see, like you won't be doing this. So yeah, it's very unlikely that something will happen if you are very conservative with it. But look at that, man. This is real at work here during the lengthening process. It's insane.
Yeah, if you look behind my son, my crutches are leaning against the wall.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Yeah, I see that.
yeah, so I was still lengthening in the process of lengthening there. So I
Wow.
was like, yeah, like I know, like those nails, they don't break on their own. Like they take a beating.
Yeah.
So people that are scared to bend over to pick up their lunch at the door, you're not gonna break a leg because you're picking up your sandwich at the door because it got delivered. No way in hell. Like it's not gonna happen.
Sandwich. Yeah, no, a lot of people are, worried about, breaking a nail, bending a nail, and that's why a lot of them are waiting for the precise max. But I think that's not a bad thing because, like then you can you have that sense of security. And even in you even said that you're kind of waiting for the precise max, right? For your,
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Like if I'm gonna do it now, it's because I know what I'm gonna push. And and like I told that young lady, I said, you know what? I said, and the amount of pain, like let's say the pain I went through to get the surgery and the not the recovery, but the like the result at the end of it is so rewarding that like I'm gonna do it a second time, and even if the pain was 4 times what I went through, I would still do it a second time because the
wow.
reward is phenomenal. It's mind blowing. Today I was on sites, walking with other general contractors and other trades. It feels amazing walking at the same height as everybody. I don't care
That,
whoever, like like that's just a true fact, man. It is. And today it felt like I say it was awesome. Like I even sent you a video of myself today walking in the house, and I'll let that play quick. But
Hey guys, this is me. 12 months later, 3 inch taller.
incredible.
Up the stairs. You could slide down the stairs or just walk them back down.
Looks great. Incredible. Looks like he didn't even have 3 inches
Not
added to
too
his
hard days at work. What do you want? A little drink? You make your own drinks. A little shot of Jack. He says you feel pain after a couple drinks. Cheers. The leg lengthening, 3 inch taller, 12 months later.
That is incredible. Hey, Real, can I post that into like a short on my channel?
of course, of course.
100%.
Oh gosh, I gotta put that out. That's incredible. Looks so good. Hey, what's up, Socrates? How are you doing, man?
Hey Victor, hey Rael, how are you?
Good, 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 guys.
I'm 37 millimeters in as of now. I still got another lengthening today.
Okay.
So we're basically halfway there.
That's
And
incredible, man. I can't believe it. Like,
it's amazing.
yeah, it's amazing. I just saw you like a couple weeks ago, like literally, I think it was 2 weeks ago
Yeah.
from like Monday, and I think you were like 1 point something in, or maybe two. You just hit two that day, or hit like two.
Yeah, I wasn't. It hadn't dawned on me yet because like now I'm like, huh, I will never be 5'6" again.
Yeah,
That's in my past. Like that's gone. It's over.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna be at least 5'7", right? And that's just amazing.
It's so amazing. It's like a new identity, right? Like, I mean, you've been, in your, I'd say like a significant amount of your adulthood at this height, and then now all of a sudden, you're right, you're done. You're going to a new height. And look at Real. Like, let's play this video again. I just got to see this one more time.
Yeah,
This is
it's
incredible.
amazing.
It's crazy. Look at this guy just walking in all normal, 3 inches taller.
And don't forget, guys, that was my fifth take. I ended up making 5 fucking drinks for this.
Up the stairs.
I have a drink in every room in the house right now.
That's awesome.
Just slide down the stairs.
Remind me again, what was your starting height?
5'4" and 5'8".
After a hard day's of work.
Okay,
what do you
okay.
want?
And you got the full 8?
You got
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
5'8" right now.
Nice,
Little
nice.
shot
That's
of
awesome.
Jack.
This is incredible. Like, there's a lot of people who are asking
said
about
that
walking
you feel
videos.
pain
I
after a
finally
couple
put this
drinks.
out. This looks incredible. Walking up the stairs like he has no problems, And I think it really has a lot to do with how fit Real was. Because if you guys know, this guy was busting his tail in the gym before leg lengthening,
Cheers.
and then even during leg
Lengthening,
lengthening, and then now
3 inch
after leg
taller,
lengthening. So it's like
12 months later.
I do think that his recovery is attributed to the fact that he was not a lazy person by any means. He was always on his feet, whether it was working out and stuff like that. And this guy is a true
Oh,
testament.
100%.
Yeah, like
Right. So
And
I just had PT earlier, and
Yeah.
my I had some stiffness and some pain in my left knee, and my physical therapist was like, "Are you doing any cardio?" And I was like, "I'm gonna swim on Saturday," and he was like, "Okay, what have you done this week?" And I said, "I rode a bike for half an hour last Friday," and he was like, "Yeah, do that twice a day." I was like, "Ah, you're right," and it's like it should have dawned on me, like. A guy who ran a marathon 3 days before his surgery, like, of course my body needs cardio. Like, what are we doing? My knees are so stiff, it's ridiculous.
yeah.
It's so true. Real, what you were doing the for cardio during leg lengthening, you were doing like one of the bikes, right?
Yes, that bike that's like the pedals in front of you, that helped me a lot because it just get the blood flow back in my legs. It gave me a lot of range motion. Not believe the range I got with that. Like because your knee pulls, like your leg pulls all the way back up and back down. And I was like, yeah, that helped a lot for me.
Yeah.
The bike, yeah.
I agree. I think that cardio, that's what I did when I was cleared for, I think 25% weight bearing. I was like, okay, I'm going to do the stationary bike anyway, because I need to. And I think there's something to cardio. So Socrates, I think that you getting your swimming in on Saturday or whenever it's coming up, cardio is key. It really creates that blood flow, carries all the nutrients to help you heal, keeps the muscles limber and loose. So that's awesome. Awesome, guys. This is huge. Well, yeah, if anybody's in the chat or anybody's watching, feel free to join. This is an open mic roundtable for patients. There's a link in the description, in the Discord, emails I sent out, and I actually will post it in the chat in just a second here. But I want to pop the questions on the screen because this is an open mic live Q&A. So if you guys have questions for Real or Socrates here, feel free to ask. So here is one from Benjamin Mendoza. Real, were you actually working in the photos, or you just chilling in the backseat while your friends work?
No, man. I was the plumber on site, and I was changing pipes. I like. Don't forget that hallway you see me in. It's 100 feet long. I had to walk that trench 100 feet to get to the beginning, and I can show you videos of this. And like legs stuck in the bottom with your butt. Like you have to pull your boots out with your hands because the nail will come out of your leg there. It was actual real work here. We're changing, and that's the shallow end. When I got further, we're about 4.5 feet deep inside, and I changed that whole pipe by over 100 feet of it. And no, I was actually working. I can show you a lot of videos. They're I don't post them all because doctors are going to say I'm crazy and they won't operate on me again. So
And you're planning on doing tibias with Dr. G?
yeah,
Soon?
yeah, I'm doing Dr. Maria. I'm going to be doing tibias, and the beauty is I would say last week my glute on the right side fired up. It was like a gift from God. It was unbelievable. The power I got from it, because I was limping, and I couldn't stand when you're putting on your pants. I could not stand just on my right leg. I had to lean against a frame or something. Now I can like stand on either leg and do whatever I want now. It took, but my butt cheek hurt for like 5 days. Like I got hit with a hammer because all the, like, when you act, it's like doing chest at the gym for your first time, and all of a sudden you touch it, it hurts so much. That's how my glute felt. And I knew I was weak. I knew there was something wrong. Like I knew my glute was not firing. But I got some dry needling and more physio, and I worked on it, and all of a sudden it fired up, and now it's unbelievable. Like the power that you have in your walk now. It's like,
you still have your nails in, right?
Yes.
You're 8 months out from surgery, or 8 months from the end of lengthening?
Well, so I'm 12 months day to day now. Like I was January 16th, I was operated, so it's 12 months, over 12 months now. But you can't forget, I got operated twice on my left leg, so it kind of like,
the nail bent, I think, right?
Yeah, there's a few stories, but I broke the collar on one on the rotation, and then I got operated. That was like a couple months in, and then I bent it, but that was fine. It was just a bend, and then later on it snapped right in half.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yeah, but like I said, it didn't affect like all that stuff on my left leg. It's the funny part is that left leg was it's still like my most powerful leg. Like it all happened on my left leg. My right leg never got hindered of anything. And that's the left cheek, my right leg and my right cheek that was not firing up. So,
because your body was like, this left side is under attack. We need to like focus and send all the protein and vitamins over there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was, but now, it's all firing on all 8 cylinders, and I can jump now. Like,
Yeah.
Wow, okay, that's awesome.
You wouldn't believe how important the glutes, the glute max, the glute medius, all those glute muscles are for a natural normal walk. It's incredible, because when Real told me that his glutes started to activate last week, and he said like, oh my gosh, it's changed my walk dramatically. And I noticed the same thing for me too. Even though I had a discrepancy, I had one side. It's like that leg was just kind of like atrophied for so long, but when it activated, it just normalized my walk and get a lot more. I mean, the glute max is a stabilizer, but it's also a powerhouse that kind of propels you forward. And I tell patients all the time, if you want to normalize your walk, as soon as possible, expedite that process, you're going to want to kind of activate the glute max, medius for like lateral abductions, even the minimus as well. So different ways you can kind of get all 3 different glutes, and you're going to find out your walk's a lot faster. Real, this one is somebody keeps talking about 9/11. They think that because you were in the trenches cleaning up all that stuff, they think that it's like from 9/11. I was like, oh my god. Here's another one saying, how many inches did Real gain? He gained 3 inches.
Full 3 inch. I would have if I pulled every quarter inch of tread and everything in there, man. I was like, if they stopped the machine and I was still going,
That's crazy.
I think there's still more.
Like 1,000 times.
I'm like, there's still a little bit more.
This is incredible. To see him like just kind of propelling up the stairs like that. That's so cool at a year mark,
Ariel, let me ask you, you from previous interview, I think I remember you saying that you found out about the surgery and you kind of quickly decided to do it, right?
Yes.
So you didn't have months and months of prep work.
No.
In hindsight, what do you think you would have done differently if you had that time? If you
just
had,
the stretching,
needed to save money or something, and so you needed 6 months.
It would be more of stretching, because when I found out, I mean, I was never like a gymnastic guy that would put my legs behind my neck there, but but I was not that stiff. I could like bend over and touch the floor. Mind you, I was only 5 foot tall, so it's not too. The floor's pretty close.
Sure. Yeah. Well, you were 5'5", right? That
5'5". Yeah.
round up.
But now it's like the floor's a little bit further away. You got to stretch a lot more to get there. But when they told me, I just kicked in the stretching right away. And that's it. I mean, that's all I changed. My training was the same, all that stuff. maybe I would have loaded a little bit more in calcium, but I mean, or D3 and stuff. But I mean, otherwise, nothing else. I was ready. I mean, I couldn't say I was going to train more. I was already training.
Yeah.
So
Do you
it's
have any
just stretching.
suggestions for me where I'm at now? I'm approaching 40.
Let's say that again.
Do you have any suggestions for me right now? I'm approaching 40 millimeters. I've already decided to pick up my cardio, but any other suggestions?
Yeah. So me at that level, like I was like fully walking. Like I had my crutches, obviously, but I was walking every day, and I'm over like 4,000 steps a day easily. And
I got
like
1370 today.
yeah,
I got to
yeah.
step up.
It's because you get your steps in, you're stretching, keep your stretching up because that's going to help you when you get to the end here, when you're at the end results and you want to get to walking normal again.
Sure.
And I'm not sure if you're using a walker, but I'm telling you, the more that you walk right now, the less impaired the walking is going to be when you're done your recovery, like to kick it back in. Because the
when you
more
say
that
walk, you mean try and walk normally, right? Just
yeah, well, I mean, no,
have a
but
little
like
less
you
weight,
still
like
have your
put some weight on the upper
crutches.
body.
Yeah, you're still gonna have your crutches because I mean, unless you have load-bearing nails, I don't think you do. But
No, I have the precise 2.2.
yeah, so there, and so you're gonna want to use your crutches. But I always say, like, if you drop something on the floor, don't use pliers to pick it up. Bend over and go get them yourself because that's where you want to be when you're done your recovery. You want to be able to bend over.
You mean I gotta put this bad boy away?
Yeah, so that stick, bend it in half, throw it in the garbage. It's and easier. Well, you didn't do this to have an easier life, and I understand the whole surgery and people. Oh well, I can't do this and I can't do that. It's not true. You can bend over and grab your sandwich at the door. Like you don't need a stick. So if you do it now, when you get to your recovery, like you say, okay, now it's time to recover. Well, you should have been doing that, getting ready for it, the whole process. You shouldn't have stopped living, and then just say, okay, they're telling me now I can recover, right? So that's my thing. And my physio, I go to my physio. I have videos of me with a broken leg walking to my physio at 6 a.m. and going into surgery that day. And I walked there. Like my leg was spinning with like my leg would kick me behind the other calf because it was rotating. And there's videos of me walking through snow and crutches with a broken leg. So
what kind of pain relievers were you using?
What's that?
What kind of pain relievers were you using?
Pain. At that point, when I broke my leg, like when I broke the collar on there, that didn't hurt at all, to be honest. I didn't even know it was broken until I did my stretching on my table, and I was bent. So I had a stretching where you put you lay on your stomach, you bend your leg at 90 degrees, put a strap on it, and pull on it to stretch it. Well, when I went to grab it, I bent it. When I went to grab it, it folded over to the other side. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I grab it again, and I'm like, holy fuck, my legs is like a limp. Like it just falls like flopping left and right. Oh, wow. So I walked on that for like 5 days like that. So like I say, it would kick behind the other leg. Like I was walking, it would kick behind my other calf because it was flipping everywhere. So, and it didn't hurt that much, to be honest. I was just on Tylenols and Advils, like nothing.
Sure.
And,
yeah. Did you use ibuprofen at all? Do you think that was helpful?
So no, I was on. It was so the pain when I came out of surgery. That's when I was in pain. Obviously, that was I think it was hydromorphone, the little pills. Mm-hmm. I think that's what I had. Those really little pills.
Pain relievers. Right, because I'm using Tylenol, but I'm trying to keep it to a minimum because the liver.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Because I'm going to be using it for the next couple months. So.
Like I wasn't shy on Tylenols and Advil during my because I was at work every day. So I mean I was in pain, like not pain that I couldn't walk anymore, but it's like pain, it hurt. So I used Tylenol and Advil. That's all I was on. Okay. But I used it a bit longer probably than the normal people, just because like I said, I was at work. Like I was exhausted.
You weren't just lounging in bed.
Yeah, and some people tell me, well, I can't sleep at night. I said, what do you do all day? They're watching TV and sleeping. Well, how do you expect to sleep at night then? I say, go to work. Fuck, get your fucking ass to work. You'll sleep tomorrow, believe me.
You're so funny. I love it.
Yeah, work called me earlier today, and they asked when I'm coming back. I work at a manufacturing plant, and I was like, I might come back next week for like a
Yeah,
couple of years, right? But they're like, "Can you come
obviously,
back full time?" And I said, my legs are broken. Okay, so
yeah.
let's relax a little bit.
I'm not saying like if I was a mechanic, let's say working on cars all day, there's no way I could have done it. Okay, you,
Sure.
you have to be smart. I mean, I was at work. I run companies, so yeah, sometimes I have to work in the trench, but I didn't do that 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Or there's stuff like sometimes I'm just going to my site, look at the site, walking in there, but I was always on the move. I was up in the morning, get to work, do my office work, visit my sites. I was not changing drain pipes like every day,
Sure.
but I've done it. But I'm just saying, like, so obviously it depends on your job. Some jobs, like if you're climbing trees all day and cutting branches, you're not going to do it with crutches and two broken
I
legs.
work at a manufacturing plant, but I'm the finance guy. Okay, I sit behind the desk. So
Yeah, so that'll be fine. That you'll be okay. I'm telling you, you're gonna want to walk around. You don't want to sit at that desk for like hours and on end. So for sure, you go to your desk, walk, a couple hours, even an hour, then move around. Because now that your swelling is down, you don't have the pain that you had when you first got to your surgery and all the swelling, and you have the bandages on.
I'm still prescribed the Celebrex, like the anti-swelling medication. I guess it's just
Okay.
better safe than sorry.
Mhm.
Because I'm only 6 weeks in,
Okay.
so
Yeah. And you're lengthening how fast per day?
1 millimeter.
1 millimeter. Yeah. I was slowed down to 3/4, right? Because like obviously I'm older, and I was not building bone at first as fast until it really kicked in. So the that's probably my pain's not as bad as somebody that's pushing 4 all the time. Like that,
Yeah.
you get a lot more pain. Mine was like longer. It's like a sore back. I got used to it
Yeah.
for a while. It's like I didn't know it's like that pain's always there, so you don't really
Last
face
night,
you anymore.
my fourth lengthening, like the third lengthening, actually all the lengthens, I decided to stagger it. So I lengthened my right, waited an hour, lengthened my left, came back 4 hours later, lengthened the right, and so on. But that fourth lengthening, I decided to just not lengthen the left because that left knee was just
I was pulling.
right?
Mhm.
So I only did 0.75 on my left yesterday, and I woke up today, and I lengthened both at the same time, and it was like night and day. It was so much more relaxed and comfortable. So I might alternate between 1 and 0.75 going forward.
You know what you just said? There's a day where I had to drive. I had bought a big truck, a hydrovac truck, and I was in my lengthening, and I had to drive that truck for 5 hours. And I mean, it's standard, obviously. I had to use both legs to clutch it.
Yeah.
And I was like, my legs would hurt. And that day, I had a funeral over there. I was picking up the truck. It was big days.
Sure.
And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to lengthen for one day. And I took that break that one day. It changed everything for me. Everything. Like there was zero pain. I was ready. And that when I started back up, it was nothing. It really helped. And I didn't do it because of the pain. I did it because I knew I was driving the truck. I didn't want to be in pain, yes. But I'm just saying I didn't do it because I was like, but it was a really good decision on my part to do that. It's one day out of my life.
I can respect that a lot. My fear around driving is like, if I'm lengthening during the day, sometimes like my knee or my thigh, or whatever, will just spaz, and it will just tighten up real quick for like, a second or two. But that second or two in traffic, you could kill somebody. So I'm like, you know what? I can wait a month or two. I don't need to drive.
Yeah, for sure.
I paid how much for the surgery? I can pay for a couple of Ubers, right?
No, that's definitely for sure. But yeah, that's sometimes just taking a break. And like I said, I was down to at the end. I was at 3/4, and then half millimeter. It prolonged the whole lengthening, but the bone growth got time to catch up really good, and it built really fast after that. So it worked out.
We have a patient at the Hacker and Pat's house. I'll keep him anonymous. He's approaching the end, but he's down to 0.5 millimeter per day, and he's a young guy. He's just like, it's not worth the risk. I'll take an extra week or two. Let me just do it right.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
It makes a lot of sense.
Because it starts like for me, it was the right knee. I was hurting at the top, I would say like a horseshoe at the top of my right knee. That was the pain.
Okay, yeah.
And that was pretty much. But I mean, I had pulled that quad. I was trying to move a trailer. I had pulled it, so it's like, yeah.
How much PT were you doing?
The what's that?
How much physio were you doing?
Physio wise, so myself, I was doing all my stretching like every day.
Sure.
But physio itself, it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Throughout, you didn't up it or
No,
anything?
no, never changed it.
I'm gonna try and add a fourth session. So I'm
Okay.
normally Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. We're gonna add Friday next
Okay.
week. See if that helps.
Yeah. No, my physio is 3 days. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's probably because Real, you were on your feet so much that you didn't need any other days.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah. It, like, just imagine when as you walk forward and your leg is fully extended, it pulls the back of your leg, right? It stretches it out. So just walking, you're actually like stretching yourself, getting ready to walk normal again. It really helps. Like it's a big deal.
100%.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was an awesome dialogue there. G, welcome to the show. Can you hear us? Hear something. Do you hear something, Real? G? No?
No, I hear nothing. No.
Okay. All right. Cool. Nah, man, I think that's incredible, Real. Thanks so much for bringing that content with you. I know last time I said bring some content, he brought some fire. I mean, that's like an awesome walk, and I think people are really appreciating it. Now we have some questions in here about that. This one's for Real here. Oh, it looks like Liam. I remember this quadrilateral patient from a couple years ago. Hey, what's up, Liam? Hope you're doing well. This one's for Real. He's saying, Real, do people treat you better now that you're taller?
I wouldn't say better, but I would say that I don't get comments anymore of being short and this and that, like those little remarks that you don't hear those anymore, which is awesome. If anybody said it now, I can he's punch him right in the fucking face because I'm tall enough.
That's awesome.
No, but no, it never. No, it's awesome. The feeling is like I said, I was sitting in the hot tub the other day, and I was thinking about this surgery, and the reward and how I feel now. And you say, "Oh my God, it's a year." It felt like it took a second out of my entire life.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the feeling you get from this. It's nothing. Like after you've done this, you're like, that was nothing. Like it was 12 months to get to do this. I was like, oh my God. Like it's rewarding like you wouldn't believe.
And Socrates,
So,
you
yeah.
can probably already attest to that. Like the time is flying by. You're almost halfway there, and how
Yep.
fast has it gone?
I barely feel it. It feels like just yesterday we were at the HP house, and just the day before I was consulting with
Right.
Dr. A.
Yeah, and then
It's
now
like
look at
this
you,
is just going so quickly.
so quickly. Before you know it, you'll be 8 centimeters. You're like, okay, time to heal, and then get back to walking. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh,
DJ Cyborg and I are still already talking about whether we're gonna do tibias or not, because it's just like let's keep it moving,
yeah. I was gonna say at 8 centimeters, I was not ready to stop. I was not even close. No, I was like, this is nothing. Like I will push. Like I know if I had longer nails, like if I could have got like 6 or like not 6, but like in the 10s. Oh my God, I would have pushed 10. No doubt. No doubt in my mind. No doubt I was gonna push it. Like yeah.
That's the really cool thing, because like, a lot of people, if as long as your body can tolerate it, you can get it. It's like, once you get to like 10, it gets crazy. But like, it's possible. It's just that some people just can't handle it. They're not moving as much as you are. They're just, like you said, sitting down all day and they get tight. You were moving,
Yes.
you're keeping flexible, you're doing your physio, you were doing cardio, and it's like that muscle was staying lit. I think you kept full flexion full range of motion, like almost the whole time, right, Real?
Unbelievable. I would go to the physio in Montreal. The guy's like, Real, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, it's like you never got surgery. I'm like, I just move. I said, that's all I do. But I remember there's a weekend. I took the week. I said, you know what? I'm doing nothing this weekend. Okay. I'm done. I'm not like, I'm not shoveling the driveway with my crutches anymore. I'm done. So, oh my God, by Monday, I was in so much pain. It was unbelievable. Like I was in pain. Like I was stiff. Knees are stiff. Everything was stiff. Never done it again after that. You have to keep moving. The minute you say I'm not going to do anything, 2 days, you're done. If you stay in bed for 2 days and do hardly move, you are done. I know I lived it, and otherwise, if you keep moving, you'll like sure you'll get a little stiff, but not like if you don't move. Like I can't see people not doing anything for 3 months and then start. Okay, I'm going to start walking now. Oh my God, good luck.
Even
Good
if
luck
they
with that.
didn't have rods in their bones, just imagine just being a couch potato for 3 months.
Yeah.
Your bones would creak when you got up. It would
Yeah.
be just absolutely terrible.
That's exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. Don't move for 3 months and see how you feel. I was like,
That's why I'm so excited about. Like, I've just been waiting for one of my incision sites to totally like dry up and heal, so I can soak and get in the pool.
mhm.
It's like otherwise I would have been in the pool like the day after surgery if I could, right?
Yes.
I'm not as confident in the nails ability. Like I'm more cautious than you in terms of just like standing there
Yeah.
and putting the weight on the nail. So I am not particularly comfortable doing exercise like on land. Like I'll do a recumbent bike all day. I just need to get one, right? And then the pool, I'll just basically live there, right?
Yeah.
That's like one of the best. I mean, as long as you're moving in general, like just doing something better.
Yes.
I know people at other clinics, they'll just literally sit in a wheelchair all day, and then they have a little stretching. They call it okay. I said, no, you got to get up, move yourself around, and you can't stay stagnant. So you're doing it right. You're doing okay.
Is it true that Dr. G makes you walk on the first day?
You want the honest truth?
I do.
Get out of their fucking bed. If you tell her that you're not going to walk, she's not going to operate you. Simple as that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And you did both legs simultaneously?
Yes.
You didn't stagger the operations? Because I staggered. There was a week between putting the rod in the left and the right.
I went to the washroom on the walker after like waking up from my surgery, and I could wiggle my toes and stuff. But I will tell you, I was on a walker and I was hovering on the floor. You could have like passed a feather between my feet and the floor.
Yeah. Okay. You were carrying yourself. Okay.
Oh yeah. But when I like the next day I walked out and stuff, like then I was walking on it. But the first time, and it's funny, like I like the collar on my left leg broke, right?
Sure.
So when I was on the at the toilet, I was standing and I would move, and I would kept telling the people, I was like, my left leg feels like it's on ice, like it's like spinning on me, but it's not moving. It was so weird. But it's because I had a defective nail on my left leg. The collar.
Either?
What's that?
It wasn't lengthening either?
No, not even lengthened yet. It was not even lengthened. And that happened. Like I felt it so many times, this feeling. And then one day that nail broke on me, the same leg. And then they changed the nail. I never had that feeling ever again. So I'd be at the fridge and it was like the heel was twisting, but I would look and nothing's moving. It's like the heel is moving and you're sitting on ice kind of style, right? I was like,
Weird,
I feel like and people are like, oh, it's just in your head. I'm like, okay, all right. But then one day it broke. And I was like, God damn. I was like, it's not in my leg. It's on my head. It's in my leg.
Yeah. Just good thing it broke. They needed to see that happen to finally get you what you needed.
Right.
Yeah.
Cyborg sense. He's like, I know something's gonna happen. And then
Yeah. Because DJ Cyborg had part of his nail just come loose internally.
Yeah.
Right. But he kept it and he kept going. But he was conservative with his lengthening. He only did 5.8.
Right.
So if he needed to get to the 8, you think he would have needed to remove the nail, like replace the nail?
Possibly. It depends because as the nail continues to extend, there's more load on the implant.
Sure.
So
yeah,
it's possible. I wouldn't be able to say for sure, but here we go. We got Adnan Hamid's asking, just tune in. Hey, Real, how long after consolidation was this video taken? Hey, what's up?
Which one?
Brett. The one we were showing.
Oh, I mean, I just got off crutches. When did I get the crutches? Like, I have a video of me, like, pretty much right after getting off crutches. This is like 3 months, easily now, at least 3 months after getting off crutches.
This video?
Yeah, I would say, right? The last one now that I just did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You didn't take this like recently?
No, this is today. Yeah.
Oh, today he took it
Oh,
today.
wow.
Oh, okay.
That's today. That's
I was gonna
live, like
say
right
that
now.
looks really good to get it off 3 months after crutches. I was about to say.
No.
Okay.
No. What I'm saying is like the crutches are. It's about. Yeah, I got off my crutches about that 3 months ago, I guess.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So it's been 3 months since you got off crutches. I gotcha.
yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Brett on the show. He's a fan favorite. Above Tempo's here. Let's see if we have any other questions. Let me just pull this video off here. Here we go. What's up? What's up? How you been, man? Above Tempo is in the house. Can you hear us? Oh, did I? Let me see if I got you on audio. I think. Oh, the audio's not working. Oh, he's trying to
No,
get the mic working.
I don't hear him at all.
I can't make out what he's saying.
Yeah, it's like lip reading. Come on, Socrates, you can lip read.
I can try.
What do you say?
He said, "Try and read these lips. I dare you."
All right, we'll get him on in a second. He's the tech guy. He'll fix it. We got G back on the show. G, we're gonna let you talk if you want, or maybe I think I know who you are. Probably from the Discord, goofball. Anyway, Socrates, this one's for you from Ben Mendoza. He's saying, well, once you achieve 5'9" on the femurs, are you planning to go, continue to 5'11" on the tibias? Because you just said that you were thinking about it.
I'm flirting with it, but the problem is,
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Mic check.
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So the problem with getting tibias then is I'm talking to a new girl, right? And so at this point, she just knows I had a motorcycle accident last year, and my legs are broken. I did not say that this caused the other. I'm just like, this happened, and now my legs are broken. And she's like she literally just texted me. She was like, "How are your legs feeling?" And I was like, "They're doing great, thanks." So, I'm gonna lengthen and then consolidate, but then going through tibia lengthening with my girlfriend, I'm hesitant to do that. You know what I mean? So I gotta figure that out.
She's gonna say you better get a new driver's license.
I was gonna say, yeah. I was like,
well, she hasn't seen my driver's license yet, right?
I said 5'6".
No, but you're gonna need a driving course. You keep breaking your legs, you'll be like, you should sell your bike.
So I totaled the bike, right? And then my friends came over one night and they're like, "Wait, didn't you have a motorcycle accident?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So why do you have a motorcycle? I was like, obviously the first thing you do after you total your bike is you get a new one. Obviously.
Yeah.
I got that. I could not spend that insurance check fast enough. It was like I just went to the dealership, was like, "Shut up and take my money."
Too funny.
Love it. Oh man. Brett, so how you been, man?
Doing good. Sorry, I got Lena's message, but I had to work a little late today, so.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. No problem.
I wasn't 100% sure I'd be able to make it. So.
Well, it's glad to have you here. I think that it's great. I wanted to check with you because he is a quadrilateral lengthening patient. Brett, and he did 4 and 4. You did 4 on the femur, 4 on the tibia, and you are one of the few patients that might go back for another round, kind of like Socrates and other patients that might go back for another one. Real's talking about it. So what is that? Is there truth to that, or?
Yeah, there's truth.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So is it gonna happen this year, or?
I am really trying to shoot for this year, maybe around the fall. I'm not 100% sure, but definitely late summer to next winter, sometime in that range. I'm still figuring it out. So.
Very.
Do you still have your nails in?
Yes.
So you're gonna do like a sleeper nail situation?
Yeah. Yes. I only did 4 and 4 for all 4 of my nails. So
okay.
Where
did you do it?
With Dr. Paley.
Okay, so you're gonna go back for the second half, I guess, right? Okay.
Yes.
You're gonna go for the full 16?
That's my goal, yes.
You're gonna be tall as hell.
I know, right? Like he's already 5 foot. What?
Well, I've been working hard with the 4 and 4, so I've been running a lot and working out, and I'm trying to get my flexibility back. That's what I've really been trying to do.
When did you finish consolidation?
It was, I got to think. It's been a while.
Sure.
So around So I did the surgery September of 2022, right?
Okay.
And then finished the lengthening around December timeframe. And I could start getting on crutches and walking around January, February of last year, basically. So,
That's
but
awesome.
I got to where I could start running and everything else, by March or April. So I've really been pretty good since March or April of last year.
6 months in, and you're back to running. That is amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
Because the other was the last.
I don't know if it makes a difference, but I didn't really think 4 and 4 was that bad. Like as far as tightness and all of that stuff. Like
yeah, 8 on the femurs, which I'm going for, is going to change my biomechanics more than 4 on 4 would in terms of like proportionality and stuff. Oh, we lost him.
Yeah, there he is. Pop back.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the other day, I woke up. You know when you're like waking up, so you're still half asleep, but you're not like fully awake. And I vividly remember thinking, all right, I haven't run in a minute. Let me go, grab my shoes and run 15 miles. I was so excited and so ready. I pulled the covers off and I was like, oh shit, my legs are broken. I was like, I owe myself a long run, right? And so I promised myself I would have a long run by my birthday, and my birthday is in September. So it's good to hear that that's a fairly achievable goal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now, obviously, at first it was very slow run, just more like a jog, not even a run. I've had to get used to my new legs for sure. It's been a process. So, I feel like I used to run in a lazy way, like I had very smaller steps, like in my trot, but with my legs being longer, it's harder to do that. It's actually easier to make a longer stride. So,
makes sense.
Something about in my mind making a longer stride, I feel like I'm using more energy and getting tired more faster. But I don't know. It's just been a whole mind game with the new length and everything. So.
Would you say your running speed is about the same as it was?
I'm way slower than I was.
Okay, you're not there yet. Okay.
But I'm trying to get my speed back. But I also know with the rods still being in me and the screws, it definitely feels like it holds me back. I'm kind of hoping when I get everything taken out that I'm going to see even more improvement. That's my hope. So, but I can actually still sprint. I can run. I just am not as fast as I used to be.
Yeah,
well, that's to be expected. Right.
And you're a cyborg for now. Healed yet? Yeah, you're a cyborg. That's all that matters. But like, I think, Brett, you're like at 18 months or 16 months in.
Right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
September 22 to February 24.
Yeah, just about that. Like 13, 14 months probably. Or like 15 months. That's awesome. Yeah, you're still in recovery. But if you go back for more, no, I gotta help you out. I gotta train you like a cyborg and then get you into super cyborg mode. That'll be cool. I'll do that for everybody here. This is really cool here if you think about it. Like today there was a Rosberg patient. I know I reached out for you, Brett, and then I reached out. There was a Rosberg patient, and then we have Oscar patient. We have Gedelovich patient. We have, I don't know who G is, but we have Conway patients. So we have all these patients from all these different clinics in the world. So it's crazy, and we see how like our recoveries are getting so well. And then and then somebody sent me a video of a patient from a interesting clinic, and he was supposedly at like I think 16, 18 months in, and it's a very he did like 17 or 18 centimeters, and it just his walk I could tell was off, and I was like, look, it's Socrates. We've had conversations about this. I know we go down a rabbit hole. So, but you see the difference.
My heart goes out to him.
Exactly, and it's not the patient's fault, but it's the clinic should have to step in and say, hey, look. But anyway, let's go ahead and answer some of these questions here, guys.
Now he has an anterograde nail in that can shorten the excess weight or the excess length. I mean,
what's that?
I doubt he has an anterograde nail in that can shorten the excess. He's stuck with it, right? So he's probably going to have to come to Dr. Asag or Dr. Paley or Dr. G.
Yep.
Right, Dr. Palovich, and ask them to fix him.
That's what happens.
Honestly, in going back for the next 4 and 4, I'm mostly worried about the tibias because I feel like 4 more in the tibias is going to be way harder than the femurs. but also the tibias is where when I'm running and jumping, those muscles are what I use. So
Yeah.
I definitely want to make sure I keep them as strong as I can. So that's why I'm trying to be flexible right now and get
But
them.
if anybody can guide you through that lengthening process, Dr. Robbins and Dr. Paley can.
Yes.
You're in really good hands.
And the really cool thing is that we know that it doesn't. I know you can only get 4 more on each one, but like you could, like, let's say your tibia starts to get a little tight, you could still stop at 3 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah.
But that's cool. This question from DJ Cyborg, my namesake. What's up? He said, Victor, do you have a scar care protocol video on your channel? One involving silicone, tape, or gel, and all of that stuff. You actually have a YouTube short on that, but it's not. I don't go into how to use it. I think that they're self-explanatory on, like, I think Moderna sells one. Real, did you ever use one of those like scar revision things?
Nah, to be honest, like I don't really care about scars. So
They're like a
it's,
bad gun.
I
they're just
definitely
badass. Scars are just badass, man. It just shows what you went through in life. That's what I say.
Okay.
So, but I don't like as much as I don't care about scars. My scars disappear. So like they just in no time they're gone. So no, I never did anything. I mean, I massaged them, yes, for to get the scar tissue out of it and stuff,
Yeah.
like the just so I get all the motion. But otherwise, no.
Okay, gotcha.
I didn't put anything on there.
Socrates, do you plan to do anything or?
So I remember I had gotten my tummy tuck back in 2015 from all the excess skin I had from losing weight in high school, and I still have a big, huge scar. Right, the only people who ever see that are people who are with me in the pool,
yeah,
right, or ladies, right. So it's like, the number of people who see it's not that much. It's going to be the same. The scars around my knees are really, really barely visible.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's small incision. Yeah,
it's amazing. And the scars up near my rear end, they're nothing compared to the scar across my stomach, right? So it's
small.
like, life has beat me up. Let's move on.
Yeah, and the funny thing is they're not even done fading yet. They're like, they're still, yours are still pretty fresh. You're
yes,
had surgery.
We're 6 weeks in.
Right.
I think you guys have a nerve. Did you have a nerve release for what you did?
A nerve? You mean an IT band release or what?
The scar that's right around your knee down for the tibias. Isn't it called nerve?
He's talking about the nerve decompression, but he didn't have tibias.
I haven't done tibias. Right. I think
that's honestly my only big scar is from that.
The nerve decompression.
That makes sense.
I had that. That mine is there too, and it's probably my longest scar because they have to get in there to the peroneal nerve.
Are you treating it? I'll show you like a serum or anything.
What's that?
So can you see that?
With serum?
Oh yeah, I got that same scar.
I guess it's hard to see in my hair, but
sure.
It's gonna fade more, Brett, because mine faded more.
It's like a line right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
a little.
And then there's this one here.
Oh yeah.
Kind of on the inside right there.
Sure.
Those are the only 2 big ones. All the rest are so tiny.
Yeah.
I remember by 3 years and 4 years, like they really went from like that color to like a much more faint color. It's crazy. So it does.
Yeah.
And all I did is like, skin, like cocoa butter and like skin therapy oil, like Real said, massaging them, vitamin E and stuff. Nothing like out of the ordinary. But I just kept them out of the sun for the first year because you don't want the sun to hit them because that will tan your scars. So Mr. Baywatch over here, I used you in one of my first videos. You were standing in the sun like this. I was like, Brett, get out of that sun. But no, I'm playing.
Well, I did use what he's asking about for a while, but I honestly stopped because, man, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of rolling and tearing and putting it on all the little spots. Like it takes forever for me.
This one is for Socrates, time-lapse car guy Bruno saying, how is Socrates doing? So Socrates, little update. I know we said at the beginning, but kind of like quick summary here for you.
So I'm 37 millimeters in. Left knee is giving me some pain, and I realize that's because I've been more sedentary than I should. So I'm going to step up my cardio game a lot.
Gotcha. This one more so for Brett here is JR is asking, I'm also considering the same 16 centimeter plan. I think that's the option 5 model or whatever. How was the experience lengthening 2 segments at once, Brett?
Yeah, so technically they're not at once, right? It's 2 separate surgeries, so they're 3 weeks apart. But honestly, the first surgery with the tibia wasn't that bad. but the surgery 3 weeks later with the femurs, after you've already gone through tibias, that is a rough surgery, just being honest. That was a hard one on me. And I don't know what to expect if I go back. They would do them both at the same time. So just the thought of getting all 4 segments broken at one time, I imagine I'm going to be in some pretty big pain the next morning. But the experience wasn't that terrible. I mean, considering you're getting your legs broken, they give you plenty for it. And, Dr. Paley, of course, everything was professional. So
Very cool.
hope that's helpful.
Yeah, I says G is in the chat. He's saying that he can hear. G, can you hear us now? We can't hear you, but I'll leave you on here. This next one is.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Oh, G. This is G. This is Socrates' old
You
friend.
hear me?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What's up, G? How are you? How you been?
Oh, I'm good. I'm great. How you doing?
You're good. Oh, it's so great to hear you. Oh man, it's been a long time. So G, if I recall correctly,
Yeah.
she was a leg length discrepancy patient. I think you did.
No. Not discrepancy.
You weren't. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You're Josie. You did bilateral femurs. You did the full 8 centimeters, right?
Yeah, damn, you got good memory.
I do.
only
I
here-
just had to
only here
remember who I was
G,
talking
you're based in New York, if I recall correctly, or am I misremembering?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember you. How are you?
Oh, wow. Damn, I was only on here once.
I'm telling you, this
You
is like
left
a
an
close-knit
impression.
family. Everybody's a superstar here. We got Real, we got Socrates, we got Brett over here, Mr. Baywatch. I'll just call him that. That's awesome. Well, hang around, G. We'll go through some of these questions here. So Gaming Craze is saying, hey Vic, do you think that a patient in good shape with no health issues in his early 20s would have any complications, and what's the chances for any minor, major complications? Thanks. So I'm gonna let Socrates and Real take this, and then Brett, you give your take on this. So patient being in a good shape before surgery, Socrates.
Well, I just talked to a 20-year-old young man considering doing lengthening, actually a pair of twins, and they're planning on doing it in Baltimore in a couple months. And they were just asking how does it work? Like, what's the process and all that? You're so young. You're almost definitely probably in like the top 5% of, health consciousness. Anyone who's considering cosmetic limb lengthening, you'll know that the importance of vitamins and minerals and nutrition and sleep and all that. And to be willing to do this to yourself, especially if you're going for the full 8 on your femur or a full 5 on your tibias, you know what you're getting into, and you're stepping into a challenging situation. So it's a good, honestly, it builds character. I think this is like probably the best, maybe not the best, but like I was gonna say the best part of it. No, the best part of it is the height. But it's a wonderful, secondary impact, secondary benefit that you realize, like, I just did this. Not everybody can say that they deliberately prevented their bone from healing for a couple months in order to fix height neurosis, right? That's an impressive feat, and I commend everyone who does it.
Very cool. And then Real and Brett, I mean, you guys were both in fantastic shape before surgery. I know, Brett, you told me several times you used to work out a lot and stuff like that. And Real, I mean, your videos just told the whole story. I mean, you watch this guy, you're like, man.
I say to anybody that wants to do this, you don't need to be at the gym every day. It's not that's going to get you through this. You need that state of mind. It's your brain. You got to set your mind, say, I'm going through this, I'm doing this, I want this. And if you have that mindset, you will pull through it. You don't have to be at the gym and have 22-inch arms there. That's not what I'm saying. You just need to be, I mean, if you're not in health, that's different. But most people that are healthy, you don't have to be at the gym to be healthy. Yes, it helps, especially like for me being 50 years old, it helps that you train all your life and you got there and you have muscles that, they're still there. They didn't deplete to nothing. But I'm saying, like, it's more mental. Like, the whole thing is mental. Push, like, you got to get that mindset. And for me, I'm very like focused. And if I set something, it's done at 110%. There's nothing halfway. There's no way I'm quitting at 4 millimeters. Broken leg, no broken leg. I was not stopping. There's no way in hell anybody was stopping me. So you got to get your mindset and just do it. Yes, you have to be healthy, but eat healthy, vitamins, mindset. That's what I say.
I think someone that what Gaming Craze is describing, like to Rial's point, they're already in good shape, no health issues, early 20s. You're not going to get any major complications unless they're self-induced. If you're an idiot and you smoke, if you don't have if you have the misfortune of having diabetes and you don't have that under control, or if you're just a tub of lard, right? Like those things are self-induced.
Yeah.
Stop that. Just stop that regardless of whether you're doing the surgery or not, right? And then move on.
Yeah, the other thing is it's according to which surgeon you choose, of course, because choosing the right surgeon is going to prevent before any complications. If any hint of a complication is coming up through your process, they're going to point it out and help you fix it before it becomes a complication, right? So it's very important who you pick for this, of course. So
I love that. All those different aspects. Socrates says, yeah, age is on your side. You self-induced things, watch out for it. Rial's talking about the mindset, the cyborg mentality. And Brett just said picking a good surgeon. These are all different factors that are going to help you avoid those complications, both minor and major. So, yep. This one is for Brett here. He's saying, tempo, what was your starting height and what's your current height now? I know you've mentioned it 1,000 times, but today, you want to go ahead and say it again?
Yeah, so I was around between 5'7" and 5'8". Honestly, it kind of fluctuated, right? I'd say 5'7.5" maybe, but now I'm almost 5'11". It's 5'10 3/4. So.
Okay, very cool. Moving right along here, we have DJ Cyborg's asking, hey Brett, what is your miles time before surgery and what's it now? February 8th will be 8 months post-op for me, and I'm running 9.5 minute miles now. Before surgery, I averaged around 7.5 minutes.
I'm actually very close. Yeah, so I was around 8-minute miles. Not trying to run super hard before, but I've probably gotten. I'm not even down to 9.5. I'm still sticking to around 10-minute mile range right now. But I run about 4 miles every other day usually when I do it. So I'm not trying to push myself because I have the rods in me, and I don't think I could damage them, but I know I'm going to have to reuse them, and I'm trying my best to make sure they're good for the next round.
Smart. Yeah.
I don't want to jar them too much or something. I don't know. It's probably not even something to worry about. But.
Okay, cool. Yeah, keep the scars out of the sun. Then we have tibias before femurs. So yeah, for Brett's case, he did them a couple weeks apart. So when you do it like that, the surgeons that do the quadrilateral cases, they'll usually do tibias first, then femurs. It doesn't necessarily have to be done that way, but it's more efficient because you want to get the nail into the femur, and you want to be able to bend your leg. And if you did your femurs first, it's hard to bend your knee after the fact. If you do it that close, usually if you spread it out by a couple months, it doesn't matter as much. But another one for Brett, and then we got some more questions in here, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. Sebastian Ray saying, with the Paleo Institute, do they have a recommended growth rate or I guess lengthening rate per day? And how many millimeters per day did you do, Brett?
Yes. So when I first did my tibia surgery, you don't lengthen the first week after surgery. And then I was lengthening three turns a day, which is 0.75 millimeters. So every turn is 0.25 millimeters. So I was doing 0.75 a day. And then when I had the femur surgery, you go another week without lengthening femur. And then I did a whole millimeter, which is 4 turns on the femur. So I was actually doing 1.75 per day.
Wow.
Holy shit.
I know, right?
Actually, in doing that, I did get tight pretty quickly within a few weeks. And that was even me being adamant with physical therapy and everything I was going through. And I basically got Dr. Robbins to recommend slowing me down to doing 3 turns in femur and 2 turns in tibia. So I went down to 1.25 per day. And that got me back on track to not being so tight with that lengthening and being able to survive it. So I did that. I did have one day I did no lengthening for 1 day. I stopped it when I got really tight. But other than that, I kept going on as normal. So if you're going too fast, then you can stop, obviously, a day or two. It won't hurt anything, or you can slow down your rate. And with Dr. Robbins, he'll recommend based on where you're at, what you're doing. But so when you go to your physical therapist, they check your range of motion each time. They'll check how much can your ankle bend, how much can your knee bend, all those things. And if you can't get past a certain amount of degrees that you're too tight, that's when they have to stop it and slow down your lengthening. So
Check that out. Yeah, no, that's definitely very cool. Real, how fast were you lengthening? I know Socrates is doing 1 millimeter per day, but how fast were you doing the G? I want to get her on that.
So I was running at 4 at first. Then we
Okay.
slowed down to 3, like 3/4 millimeters.
Yep.
And then at the end, right at the end, I was down to three quarter millimeter a day
Mhm.
on one day, and then half the other day, 3/4 and half, like so
Stagger.
0.5. Yeah.
Got
So that's how I finished it,
Okay.
and it finished so smooth. Like it
Mhm.
finished like so smooth. It was nothing to finish. Yeah.
It's like kind
So
of landing a plane, and you just kind of stagger, gradually taper off a little bit.
yeah,
I
and the bone growth really kicked in while I was at the end because I mean, you like obviously being older, less bone growth that wants to grow and stuff. So I loaded up on the vitamins, and then once it's like because it's building, the bone is building, but you're stretching, so it can't gain. So
Yeah.
once I slowed down, that really gained a lot of grounds, and that was good for that part. But it lengthened everything, but like I say, it was a 12-month period. The whole thing, like for me, was I call it 12 months,
Mhm.
uh, but it's a second out of my whole life. So
That's so
it's
cool.
nothing.
That's so cool. G, if you can hear us, how fast were you lengthening for your femur lengthening?
I never did 1 millimeter. The doctor, when I first went in, he told me to just do 0.75
Okay.
for 3 weeks. And if I wanted to go up to 1 millimeter, then I can. But I told him, I'm like, nah, I don't just keep me at 0.75 because I don't want no, extra complications and stuff.
Yeah.
So so he just kept me there. But then I think what 1 month, I think it was like when I was in like maybe towards the end, maybe like I had 3 weeks left, he told me to go to 0.66 because like my calorie intake, I wasn't getting enough calorie intake, and then I was speeding up. So he's like, those are not good. So he's like, consume more calories, like eat more, way more,
Mhm.
and then yeah, do 0.66. So that's what I
Gotcha.
ended up with.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. We have another question
So
in
G
here.
and Real and Brett, did you guys end up gaining weight?
God damn, I lost so much weight. I'm so devastated with this.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
could not gain weight. I was not gaining weight.
No.
Wow. Okay.
And for
definitely.
a female, that's very good.
Yeah.
Lost weight, huh?
Because
There you go.
I'm eating more than 1,000 calories above my maintenance, and it's just like I feel myself losing weight, and I'm like, this is like my inner fat kid is happy as a clam. He's just like, oh yeah, I could just eat all
Yeah, it's
the
like
time.
the most coolest thing.
Like
Oh,
I don't know if it's got anything to do with this surgery, but I've been 185 to 190 pounds like almost all my life. And I brought my weight down for the surgery, and I was down to 160. Then I came out after that. I gained back to 170, and now I cannot gain my weight back. I am so devastated with this. I was like, I cannot get it back. I managed to gain 5 pounds back, and I lose it again. I'm like, what the hell, man? I was hoping to get to 195 after the surgery.
you think
I
it's a
was
lot of
like,
muscle that you lost?
I don't know. I don't know where I lost it, to be honest. I don't feel lighter. I don't know. It's so devastating. I was like, so yeah. And I eat 3 French toasts every morning. 3 French toasts. I'm
Yes.
loaded. Like I eat like a champ. Like
Yeah.
Like a champ.
oh
Oh yeah,
my
the
god.
metabolism. I think the metabolism. I know we had Quinn on last week. Quinn,
Yes.
Real.
Yes.
He visited you, but I know that in his thing, there's no like actual data that proves that the metabolism goes up because there's limb lengthening is kind of new for cosmetic. But I do think for my own case, like I think that it does boost your metabolism. You're creating new tissue, right? Like, and
Yeah.
muscle is a very metabolic tissue. It's going to create its own burning and churning. So
It has to do something, Victor, because there's no way. Like I know my body. I was able to gain weight, like, and I hold my weight or lose it a little bit. But this is not normal for me to like. It's not. Like I eat and then I go weigh myself at the end of the day. I'm like, all right, I'm up to like 174. And the other day I walked onto my scale. I hit 159. Like I almost threw the scale out the
Wow.
window. Yeah, 159.
That's
I'm
crazy.
like.
Um,
It's unreal. I'm like, I cannot gain weight. Like I lose weight in my sleep. Like,
I could be wrong, but I think that being sleep deprived during the process affected my weight. I might be wrong, but I didn't sleep at all. So I'm a side sleeper, and I was forced to sleep on my back, and I
On
still
oh yeah, that's for sure.
I feel
worst.
your
On
pain,
your back
100%.
is the worst.
Right. I have a metric ton of pillows, and I'm just trying to like angle myself so I can sleep on the side. After 20 minutes, my legs are like, nope,
Yeah.
get on your back or stand up. Like, you got 2 options.
Yeah.
sleeping was the worst. That's the worst
Sucks.
thing of it.
that was a word. I remember that, Brad. You were keeping me posted a lot about that. I have this question that it was one question that somebody sent in. I think on Discord about it, and it's anonymous, but like, let me just share it here. He was asking, so he's been walking since December. He was able to given clearance by his surgeon to be able to walk, and he said, I started working out in the gym again, upper body and light weights with assisted machines for lower body. I practice squatting at home. Do you have any advice on how I should start squatting and deadlifting again? So he did get femurs done. I don't know exactly. I can't remember exactly how much, but he said, I attempted some lunges and definitely couldn't do them, but legs are still not as strong as before. And I can't just get up as easily as before, but I know it can take up to a year. So this was recent. Real, you're going to be the guy that I'm going to on this because you're probably the guy who works. You're the most recovered out of everybody that we're talking to here. Well, actually, Brett too. So we'll get you both to take. But Real, go ahead and take this one.
So he's saying that he doesn't have the strength.
Yeah, so this, I think he just got cleared on December 15th to be able to just
Oh,
like walk. So, like at the 6-month mark, kind of.
oh, yeah. So yeah, definitely. I mean, like me, I was trying to do just like stationary squats, and I would just grab an elastic band above the rack machine, like just put a band on there to hold me to just take some weight off of me because there's no way you're going to do a squat when you just got off those crutches. And but today, what I do is I practice like a pistol squat. But I mean, obviously, I don't squat to the floor. But I will and then I have one leg, like my right cheek, that was not activated. So that one, I would put my hand on the counter and try to give it the less effort possible to keep it all in my leg. But definitely, like when I started back up at the gym on the leg, I was running and I would do single leg. Everything you can do with one leg, like anything, you just isolate that one leg. And I was doing like high reps, but 10 pounds, like high reps, activate those muscles again. And then I brought it up, to I think I'm at 25 pounds on high reps. And then, but now I can do a squat. And also, once I got released from that, when you go to sit down somewhere, instead of just sitting down, sit down and do 3 squats or 5 squats. If you're gonna go sit on the couch to watch TV, just do 5 squats before you sit. Like sit your ass on that chair, get back up, sit down, get back up, do 5 of those, and then you're just gonna fire everything back up. And that's what I did. I was like, I never gave it a break. When I hit the gym, like I said, I was like, I can't forget how many reps I was doing. So you're doing one leg 25 reps and the other leg 25 reps, 4 rounds, like 4 sets of that. Like you're there for a good time. Like you'll be burnt when you're out of there. And but now I can squat. Believe me,
You can
I
squat
can
now.
do it now. Oh yeah.
Right.
I'll send you a video. I can squat all day long now.
Yeah, please do. I'd like to keep making shorts of your recovery along the way. But
Yeah.
Brett, let's get you, and then I want to get G on this as well because G is well into consolidation. So Brett.
Yeah. By the way, I have a friend now, so I haven't been able to send you videos because my gym banned recording herself. So I have a friend who has a gym at home, so I'm trying to go to his place just to get you some recordings for you.
Please, that'd be great.
But I guess it's just a time thing. So I distinctly remember certain things when I was recovering, even after I could walk and run, for example. I still couldn't like sit down directly on the floor and stand up from the floor. Like I'd have to kind of turn on my side to get down on the floor and turn that way. Like I couldn't directly do some things like that. Um, I don't know. It's just over time I was able to. I don't think that's flexibility. I guess it's just certain parts of your legs healing to allow certain motions. But once I got to where I could do those kind of things like squatting, I do box squats, so that helps me. So I'm going down on the box and back up. So I'm still getting the range of motion, but I feel a little safer that I'm going down to that. Um, and as far as carrying dumbbells around, at the very beginning, if I carried like a 50-pound dumbbell, instead of carrying 250 pounds at one time, I would just grab one at a time just to be safe, and then use them both, kind of thing. So I took precautions. I mean, I would say up to a year out from my surgery, just being safe. But now I'm kind of to the point, I could pick up a 50-pound in each hand and just sit down and do the exercise without thinking about it. But I definitely, something about my body made me think about those things. So I would say if your body is kind of telling you to take it easy on your squat attempts or lunge attempts, then listen to it. You'll be able to feel when you're back and ready for it.
Definitely.
Yeah, your body will tell you. And G, real quick, how's your recovery going in terms of like moving around and maybe like doing things like squatting or sitting up, sitting down and standing up?
My recovery is going good. It's going good. I don't go to the gym as much anymore, but I was doing okay. So like when I first got cleared to walk, I was hyped. So when he told me that to work on the legs, I signed up for the gym the next day, and I was like kind of I was kind of like working on my legs, but like the squatting, like as I try to like squat very low, it hurts. Like it will hurt my femur area. So when I text my surgeon, he was just like, just do half squat until you can do the full squat. So that's basically what I was doing. It's really like, yeah, it's just what he was saying. It's like a mind thing. You have to just go with the flow of your body, what you can take. Yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. Seems like everybody's kind of echoing the same thing there. So yeah, it's going to take some time. You're just at 6 months in. Seems like as the time goes on, it'll get better. But very cool. Awesome, guys. Thanks for sharing. All right, so we got some more questions here. We'll bust through these real quick for a couple minutes, and we'll wrap up the show. Let me just hide this on screen. Okay, so the next question here is just talking about stretches post surgery. So I won't go into a whole lot of that because that's a really topic of a discussion itself. But I have a few resources. I have stretching videos on the channel here. I got my Limb Lengthening Secrets course. I have tons of stretches in there. You can probably find stuff on YouTube, but like you just want to, when it comes to stretching for limb lengthening, you want to figure out, first of all, which limb segment are you lengthening, what muscles surround that limb, and then you want to figure out how tight are you currently and how flexible do you need to be, or I would say like how much range of motion do you need to kind of get going in. So for example, Real was busting his tail going to physio. He wasn't messing around. Same thing with Socrates. Like I know he was running marathons and doing all kinds of stretching ahead of time. But like the thing is that you don't want to like fall behind in limb lengthening. I think Real can tell you that. Like he said that you took time off and you sat home that weekend and you got real tight over the
Yeah.
weekend, right, Real?
Yes,
So
exactly.
yeah. So you want to stay on top of it. Don't let it. Don't just stay active. Stay active. That's the
Yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah, every day of lengthening is a reset. You can't get ahead.
Yeah. I
Basically.
love that. It's staying, yeah, just matching up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't fall behind. This one from Kirk C. Are the precise two nails reusable? Riales has tried this many times. He's so after removing from a previous patient, it will get washed and installed in the next patient. How do I know I'm not getting a used nail? Okay, so the really cool thing with that is I've actually part of the documentary we went to Paleo Institute. We were filming Rich Rotella's surgery. Shout out to Rich. But no, when they have a NuVasive rep on site, I don't know, you guys probably actually met your NuVasive reps at your surgery. If not, I'm sure you have, but they will actually be there with a box. And that's actually what I did on the clinic tours. What's in the box? And they actually have a box where the nails are. and they'll bring it in when the surgeon's ready to insert the nail, and those are fresh nails. They are not reusing those
Yeah.
nails. They're brand new. You're paying a lot of money for those nails, so yes, they are new nails. Now, when they remove them, they do clean them, but they usually send them back to the company to get recycled or whatever they do with them from there. But the thing is that they are new nails and they are not reused. So
If you
um,
get a used nail, make sure you don't get mine because they're screwed.
they're
You
exactly.
will know if you get mine.
That'd be like shrapnel trying to put it into the bone.
I was kind of hoping I could keep mine for a trophy as much as they cost. Like,
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I'll show you a set. I'll show you a nail right now. Give me a second, guys.
Oh, you got your. That's right. You did keep yours, right?
Where the hell are they? Fuck, these are straws. Like,
I mean, those things are really long, right? I mean, they're going from like your knee all the way down through, the
They're
bottom.
it depends. They're
pretty-
long when they're in one piece.
They're in one piece.
Okay, here, guys.
Look at that.
I'm trying to. Where's the fucking camera?
Oh yeah, right there. We can see it.
So it goes. Let me see here. Yeah. So this is where my nail broke. You see the screw that's out,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and there. So
Wow,
That's really long.
that is a long
yeah.
nail.
So that's a two piece right there.
Wow,
God damn, this is complicated.
that's crazy. Yeah.
So-
So as you can see, they're not reusing those.
No. If you get mine, you're gonna know. You'll definitely know you got screwed.
I love it. All
Yeah.
right, here's the next one from Ben. Did any of you guys wear, I guess, IT bands during your lengthening phases? And Socrates, I know you have just started, but will you start wearing IT bands eventually? So do you know what he's saying there? Like wearing?
Yes. Nice to see the adjustment.
Oh, Socrates, I don't think I can hear you for some reason.
Because I was muted. That's why.
Oh, okay, there we go.
I don't know. Like I had my IT bands released. I'm not sure what Benjamin means by wearing IT bands.
Yeah.
Unless maybe he means something other than the IT band that we're thinking of. Maybe he means like compression shorts.
Maybe.
And yeah, I'm definitely planning on starting to wear compression shorts. I think they'd relieve a lot of the tension and help with flexibility and stuff. I'm just gonna go buy some because the ones I have don't fit me anymore.
Right. DJ Cyborg, Victor, I was eating a ton, 4,500 calories a day during lengthening. I still lost 5 pounds during lengthening. There you go. That proves it right there. So that's a
Yeah.
fifth patient in a row. So all these guys lost weight. I lost weight, and also DJ Cyborg lost weight. Incredible. Awesome. I don't know if we have any other questions in here. Do you guys have any final questions for these amazing patients here, these panelists? If not, that is that. So like I said, the really cool thing is that in the last couple of weeks, I know a lot of patients have reached out to me to talk to Socrates, Real. I think somebody just today, I sent them, I mean, you have sent me your email and stuff like that. I put it out there. Brett's been open about it. He's been busy with stuff, but like the really cool thing is if you guys want to reach out to these people, I'll try to put their contact information below for the emails the burning emails that they ask to be posted below. And if you want to reach out to them, ask them any specific questions about lengthening, you can do that. These are all like celebrities in the space. These are, the people who've been through it. So feel free to do that. I appreciate each of you guys. If you guys want to say anything to people watching, that's fine. You can do it now. So we'll go up from Socrates. You want to say anything?
Good luck to everybody. This is no joke, but it's definitely worth it.
I love it.
I'd say what was scary about this surgery was the unknown. So don't be scared. Give us a call or emails or whatever. We're gonna like get those unknowns out of your mind, and you'll be ready. You'll be a lot more mindset. Like that's the whole thing. It's everything that's unknown. So now going to my second surgery, I'm not scared. I'm not worried. I'm not stressed. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Like it's gonna be a walk in the park. Like I know for a fact, like I am gonna walk out of there on crutches, and within a few weeks there will be no crutches. Like I'm gonna have those max nails, and I'm gonna be walking. That's it. So, but yeah, it's the unknown that's scary, guys. That's it.
So you're gonna switch to the Max?
Yeah. Well, I have no choice. I'm gonna buy new nails, and I'm gonna be doing the max nails for sure in the tibias. So,
See,
but
I'm interested in how it's going to be. I know the max nail starts in March, but if I redo this, I'm going to reuse my nails. I'm not going to.
no,
I
I would
wonder.
never change
I
them.
wonder if I'm going to be like the only person in a wheelchair while everyone else is walking around.
My only thing is I wanted to get another inch and a half out of my tibia, and I could have done it if I still had the two precise nail in both legs. But my left leg is a surgical nail, sorry, and then in my right leg I still have a precise nail. So we could use a precise nail back in that leg, but then I got to buy a nail for the left leg. So what do I do? Do I get two of them, or like so I can have full weight? So we'll see.
So
That's another.
are you trying to get the surgical nail taken out so you no longer will have any nails in you going forward, kind of thing?
No, so I'm going to be doing tibias first before I do anything else. Once I've done my tibias, I'm going to decide if I'm doing femurs again. If I do femurs again, I'm going to do an inch and a half on my femurs, and I'm going to use. What I'm thinking is will use my precise nail on the right leg. The left leg, I got to buy a new one. Unless somebody's got to use one for sale, it's still good. And it's because I have a surgical nail in the left leg, right? I could leave it in there. That one can stay if I want, but I'm going to take it out. If I'm going to take one, I'll take both out.
I found out today that there's 6 different sizes of the femur nails, in addition to the 3 different diameters, right? So a total of 18 different versions, and the smallest is 215 millimeters in length, and it only extends. Nuvasiv calls it the scope. It only extends up to 50 millimeters. So it might be worth considering for your situation, for your left leg, if you decide to extend it down the road, because you won't need the whole 50 millimeters.
That's right.
Socrates, do you know if like that 50 millimeter stroke of the nail, is it also, do they come in the 3 different diameters as the 8?
To the best of my knowledge, it was just a chart that Nuvasiv had published that I was talking to someone on a consultation earlier today. And they were in South Korea with Dr. Lee discussing nails, and he was suggesting that this person get the 50 millimeter one because his femur kind of curvature is a little more than usual. So he's worried a traditional length nail or a longer nail will bump up against the femur bone and start giving him problems.
I see. Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want to do this for 5 millimeters, right, or 5 centimeters. Let's figure something out.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that they definitely do that in the humerus and also like for, I guess, adolescent and pediatric patients that need the precise nail their growth, so they'll use those smaller diameter nails because they don't have a shaft as long as like an adult. So that's definitely one. Or it depends on your length in it. So we have somebody here. Mo, welcome to the show. We were just doing our outro here. What's up?
My bad for joining late. I'm a longtime viewer. I just got home and saw that you were live, so I thought
very cool. You've been so have you been on the show before?
No.
Oh, very cool. So real quick, let's just get your story. Are you a prospective patient or current patient?
I had my surgery already May of 2023.
2023. Okay, so last year. Okay, so how
you're done consolidation?
Yeah, let's talk about this. So what limb segment did you do?
So I did femur, precise 2 with Dr. Mabubian.
Okay.
I was 5'9". Now I'm like a little over 6 foot.
Wow, that's awesome.
I did the full 8.1 centimeters.
That's awesome. Tell us about Socrates just asked about consolidation. So you're well into almost going on a year here. How's life? How's recovery?
Right now I'm pretty good. Just started running again in the last month or so. The doctor said my consolidation was a lot faster than usual. I'm kind of like a amateur bodybuilder. Like I'm just into it like casually. I'm like 22, 21.
You're young,
In that young age, it makes a difference.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that I could do this young because I actually passed it off like as just natural growth.
Yeah.
As like a really, really late growth spurt. So I'm
Me too.
Maybe I should try and convince my new girlfriend of that.
Yeah,
I got a girlfriend at the age of 35. What's
I'm a late bloomer.
what's so weird about that?
You'd be surprised what some people can believe. Tell them you're taking some HGH or something, and they'll believe anything.
Love it.
HGH gave me these scars too.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Honestly,
Big needle.
my scars are like non-existent. I mean, I have pretty hairy legs, but you
Nice.
can't notice anything. Like even to a trained eye, it's like invisible.
Nice.
That's awesome. Very cool, man. Well, that's awesome. So you got the full 3 inches, went from 5'9" to 6 foot, 6 foot club. Your recovery's going well. You just started running. How's like you said amateur bodybuilder? So how's working out in the gym?
Yeah, I just got back from the gym. I lost a lot of muscle mass during the lengthening recovery. So I went from about 150 pounds to like 132. And right now I'm like 168. So I started like really heavy bulking once I got the clear from the doctor to start like load bearing again, and not just like walking load bearing, but like carrying weights and you know, like squatting and all that. So for the past like month or two, I've been just like downing the protein shakes and the mass gainers shakes and just throwing on weight, and my strength is up a lot. I'm currently like squatting. I mean, my it's a little weird to squat. It's like really awkward.
Talk about that for a second. I know that it changes your biomechanics because you just got the femurs done, but I want to compare you and Brett because he got quadrilateral. And Brett's going to get some footage from his friend's gym eventually. But talk about your squatting. Like how does it feel weird, and like have you made any adjustments to your squatting stance?
Um,
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Lost him. What were you about to say, Brett? I'll find him again.
I was gonna say I definitely had to. My legs have to be spread apart a little more.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And Mo, sorry you cut out there for a second. What were you about to say?
yeah, squatting for me has been a little weird, but I think if I just like lean forward more. So I haven't done much barbell squatting because it's really like awkward to keep my balance. I do Smith machine squatting and like front squats. I forget what they're called, but I have to hold the weight in front of me. I can't hold it behind my back.
Yep.
And when I'm doing like a body weight squat, I kind of have to go on my toes as I go like ass to grass because I'll just fall backwards.
Have you tried like what Brett said, spreading your further apart?
Yeah, it's still like awkward though.
Okay. Yeah. You know, the thing is, do you feel like you regain your full flexibility, or are you still kind of feeling like that's on its way to?
I'm fairly flexible. I'm definitely more flexible now than I was prior to like pre-surgery stretching.
Okay, very cool. Okay, well, you know, that's interesting because I mean, I have seen, you know, when Rich was in person and I had him do squats, he kept his feet together and it was a really weird torso lean, but then he spread them and he was able to kind of keep his torso more upright and get to depth. I think I really do need to kind of contact that biomechanics expert, but very cool. Well, that's helpful to know from your perspective because you did 3 inches from that 5'9" to 6 foot range. So cool. Anything else you'd like to share with people?
I mean, if you're watching this channel, you probably already know, but it was like probably the best decision I've ever made.
Nice.
And I'm like so glad that it's like behind me now, and like it's really motivating to know that I have the rest of my life in front of me. Like I don't have any regrets at the end of the day. That's all I want to say.
That's awesome. That's so good to hear. Thanks for sharing that. All right, Brett, anything you'd like to share with your fans?
I was just curious. I don't know if Real had already said this. So are you going back for more length in your femurs? Is that why you're re-getting your nails? Sorry, I was just curious.
For myself?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
You already did the 8 and you're going for
Yeah.
more?
Yeah, I want to get another inch and a half out of the femurs. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I was just curious why you.
I'm going to push the tibias to the max I can do, which is less than femurs, right? Like you're going to get, like you're getting 8 of your femurs? Are your tibias, I'm sorry?
I've only got 4 in my tibia, 4 in my femur so far. So
as of now, but you're going to go for another 4, right?
Yeah, 4 in my tibia, 4 in my femur. Yeah.
Okay. So that might be an option then, because if I would get the 4 out of my tibias, then I'd be like 8. I'm sorry, 8. it'd be an option like for me, because I just feel like I don't know. I just want that extra inch somewhere, and if I can, because I was told 6.5 in the
I think the logic, Real, is that the tibias cannot handle more than 5 centimeters at once.
At once.
But
yes.
if you consolidate and come back a year later, re-break, you can do it again.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
okay. That's badass. So that's what we're gonna do then.
That was why I didn't go ahead and do 8 and 8 all at one time, because I knew I was told that tibia you shouldn't do really more than 4 or 5 in your tibia.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people there do 8 and 5,
Yes.
and they're done. But I was like, oh, if I'm only doing 4 or 5 in my tibia right now, why don't I just do 4 or 5 in the femur? I'm going to come back and I'll do the same thing. That was my thought process.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
the funny thing is though, I do think that with the tibia, with the precise max nail, I think that it will allow people to easily hit 5, and I think some who can get there will probably sneak up a little bit more than 5, maybe even 6, because they're constantly on their feet, right? Like you're getting that constant stretch, whereas a lot of people who are non-load bearing or weight bearing, you have to kind of get that manual stretch. So you might get up to 6. Real. It's all about what your surgeon sees fit and make sure it's safe. So
Okay. Yeah, like you say, if you're walking and you're doing that stretch of the ankle, you less chance of getting ballerina foot.
Absolutely.
And getting the full stretch, because you're not just doing 1 hour or 20 minutes a day of stretching. It's all day long.
It's all day long. That's the benefit of the new nail. I think that a lot of patients the recovery is going to be faster. Normal walk's going to be faster. It's a game changer. It really is going to be a game changer. This nail. It's going to
okay.
Be so we got Real, we got Brett.
Yeah.
So yeah, your outro, Brett.
The slant board was my friend.
Yes. Me too. I put the tibia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have mine. So
Do you? It's a something they can you always use. Brett, do you want to say anything to your fans?
I don't really have much. I'm still, I'm in this weird phase of going for the next round. So I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to be done with the next round and everything out of me. Like at this point, like I'm glad to have gone through the process, but I am excited to see what it's going to be like when everything's out of me and I'm done. So.
Gotcha. Very cool. And then we have G, but real quick we have JP. He's saying big up to Socrates, real deal, and Brett for showing their faces and proving that getting limb lengthening surgery is nothing to be ashamed of. And of course, Victor for paving the way, the best. Thanks, JP. Man, real big shout out to JP. He's another Rigodelovich patient and Real.
Yes.
Your good friend there. So cool. Thanks, JP. So G,
JP's great.
anything you want to say to the patients?
You have to really know if you want this, because it's not for a short period of time, and it's very boring. So you have to really know if you want to go through about 3 to 6 months of like just recovery and getting back on your feet.
Yeah.
If you're passionate about it, go for it. If you're not, throw it in the trash.
There you go. Like Real said at the beginning, that mindset's super important. So cool. Awesome, guys. Well, Mo, I want to thank you for coming on and sharing your experience as well. But I also want to thank Socrates, Real, the Real Deal, Brett, Above Tempo, G, and all you guys watching. This is episode 110 of Limb Lengthening Live. And we'll be back next week with something. But until then, this is Victor from Cyborg for Life. All these amazing patients signing out. See you guys next time. Peace.
See you guys.
See you.